G'day, I'm Kate Grarock, how are you? Now I've had a few people ask me or tell me that they hate going to the toilet in the bush, and that's what stops them from coming out here. So I just thought I'd do a quick video. It's always a bit weird and awkward, but hey, I actually really enjoy going to the toilet in the bush, and hopefully a couple of my tips can help you enjoy it, or at least not avoid it. So what I do is I bring like a little toilet bag, and in it I have my trowel, never touches anything gross, a little bit of toilet paper, which is sort of, you know, the eco stuff that will break down nicely, and the all-important hand sanitizer. So what you want to do is basically choose a nice spot, and you need to be at least 100 meters from the trail or a water body, and that's sort of about a football field, so it's a fairly long way. The other cool thing about going that far is that you'll feel you're not going to get disturbed, because that's obviously a bit of a deal breaker when you're trying to go to the loo. You do not want someone coming across you, and so once you move 100 meters off, no one's going to bush bash out here. I feel really relaxed and happy, and this is a great location. So let's dig a hole. So when you go into the toilet, you need to dig yourself a hole that's about 15 centimeters to 20 centimeters deep. They call them cat holes sometimes. What I've done is I like to measure my trowel. Now you don't need to use this one, but this is a Juice of Spades. And I know this is 16 centimeters. So I want to get my hole about that deep, maybe a touch deeper. So what you do, obviously often the Australian ground is pretty darn hard, and you see that it's a bit hard to get it in. So the good thing about this, guys, you can use this as a cutting blade and really saw through those little roots. Now I like to make my hole about that big, so you've got a bit of a better target. Bigger the better, but you know, obviously it's a bit harder to dig. Use that to leverage it out. So just some small roots there. And then you just keep digging. Keep digging until you're deep enough. Rightio, that's nice and deep now. I can get my shovel all the way in. It's a bit deeper than my shovel. Go ahead and do your business. You can use a little bit of this sort of biodegradable toilet paper, but try not to use too much. Some people, you know, the naturists, they love to use a bit of soft foliage. That can get problematic if you haven't got the right stuff. I've even heard of people using rocks, but yeah, for me it's a few squares of toilet paper. Pop it in the hole. I mean, it's best practice if you do take the toilet paper out with you, but often it's not pretty. Then you just cover the hole back over. Once you're finished, cover it over. Once again, this goes nowhere near the waist. Pop your little top on. Press it down. Then I like to sort of get some leaves and just generally make it a bit inconspicuous. Then once you've finished all that, obviously a good amount of hand sanitizers, always nice and healthy. And doing a wee, I just basically I don't dig a hole, and I tend not to use toilet paper because you know, it's just a problem, and you see it blowing around so many trails like the Larapinta, and certainly alpine and arid environments, the toilet paper just doesn't really break down, and it's really bad, and it just looks horrific. So I just sort of do the drip dry method. I guess it's sort of, once you do your wee, you just squat, have a good little shake, and then you're good to go. Obviously, if you've got your period, tampons, sanitary pads definitely need to be hiked out. So basically I'll just get like a ziplock bag galore and sort of double, triple bag them, wrap them in toilet paper once they're used, put them in a ziplock, do that up, put another ziplock. I guess the other thing that I've heard is some people find it hard to squat and not get it in their pants. If that's the case, maybe just bring your pants down to about your knees, because then they'll be up high, and you know, you stick your bottom out far enough that you're not going to catch it in there. I remember once I was teaching a school group, and the little girls found it easier to take their pants entirely off. If you've got the time, hey, why not? And you're worried about pooing in your pants. The other cool method I learned from some Canadians is basically you get a tree, and you'll kind of hug the tree and hold the tree. If you've got bad knees, it might be a good way to help pull yourself back up. Anyway, hope this helps you, and catch you later.